Sure. What's up, everybody? It's the pod on this Wednesday, the 4th of February with James. I'm Brennan. We'll get into a couple of stories here this morning, halfway through the week.
Wednesday,
First week of February.
the 4th.
10 days until Valentine's Day weekend.
10 days until Valentine's Day. It's a short month, yet it will be
It is.
snow-filled. I think a lot of people were hoping when we got out of January that we'd be in the clear.
We had this conversation in December. I'm sure we had a little bit of that
Sure.
in November because it was like maybe the first or second week. It was some decent snow in early November, enough for some plows to make a run. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, how about this? And chugging along. And we are, what is it, 80-something inches of snow?
85-ish, yeah,
85.
2 feet above average.
The
Yeah.
average at the airport is,
By this point, like 60,
man,
60 inches.
Love it.
Yeah, so we're humming along for sure.
it was another one of those mornings when I woke up and looked outside in Webster. I was like, man, it's a lot of snow.
Yeah, you guys got
Inches.
caught. A little bit of
Yeah.
extra lake effect for you guys. Bonus, we'll call it.
Yes, snow squall warnings all yesterday. We'll talk a little bit weather anyway, so that'll be later. I want to know the big pizza contest. So this is the annual thing they do in Fairport, where they get local businesses, put up some slices.
Yep.
How'd it go?
So it was a good time. Of course, it starts at 6:30.
Where's
That's
this
when
held?
dinner is. It's just Parenton
Yeah.
Rec Center.
Okay.
Starts at 6:30.
Mm.
Which, as you know, with our shift and small children, that is a late dinner.
It is. It is.
So we had normal for everybody else, but late for us. But we had late snack, did a little YMCA action before that, got there at 6:30. 7 different parlors
Okay.
all submitted their pizza, and they would do different plates and things like that. And so here are the places that I've got my phone out because I took a picture. So the first one we had was Caraglio's, then Salvatore's, then Parenton Pizza, then Capone's, Mark's Pizzeria, TK Tavern, TK's Pizza, and then Compton. So some of you might have heard of some of those.
Yeah.
Some of them are more chainy, I guess. And they were all pretty good. It's obviously smaller slices. but
All pizza and all cheese and pepperoni?
cheese
Or-
and pepperoni.
Okay.
Yeah. Cheese and pepperoni slices. So third place was Compton's, which is just, there's only one location. It's on Jefferson. It's at the corner of Jefferson and 31F by CVS. The second was Mark's Pizzeria,
Ah.
which was a little bit surprising.
Pizzeria.
Right. And then in first place, Caraglio's.
How about that?
Yeah.
So
Came in
Salvatore's
first.
dethroned for the year.
Salvatore's was dethroned, did not make the top 3. Interestingly enough. My number one was TK's Pizza. I
What
thought
made the
was number
difference for
one.
you? The crust?
So you had
The
the
sauce?
appearance, cheese, sauce, and crust. And so you kind of did those, and then
Yeah.
you could do an overall ranking. And I like a good spice. I like a good cup pepperoni, and I like I like dough that's pretty doughy, but not too chewy and not too crunchy. So kind of right in the middle there. And then, good flavor in the sauce as well.
Do you eat the crust no matter what?
It depends. If there's a nice side of blue cheese, I will. I'll dip
Okay.
the crust in the blue cheese, but usually not.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do that for What's Up Rock.
Yeah,
Maybe
I like
tomorrow.
that. Do you eat the
Crust
crust?
on the pizza.
I'm gonna forget. I had to put reminders in my
Yeah.
phone because I'm gonna forget. What? So you're a crust eater?
All the time. I will.
Really?
The girls' crust. I'll have that if they don't want it.
Did
Like the
they
whole
eat
thing.
it?
Brooklyn will. Julie will make her way through like half a slice and then have some left over. Steph, I think, has it. They like stuffed crusts. I kind of draw the line there.
Stuffed crust?
Stuffed crust, it's too much of a cheese flavor sometimes to me.
Sure.
Like too much, sometimes it feels a little artificial to me in there. And I kind of stay away.
Yeah. I like making stuffed crust because it makes it easier to keep the ingredients on the pizza. So what I'll do is I'll take a cheese stick and then I'll string it, pull it out like that, and then I'll put it on the edge and then roll it over like that.
That's nice.
So that'll make
Help it keep shape too.
keep shape, and then you're not the cheese isn't running away with you when you put it in the oven.
So yesterday you had the great gift surprise, which is just a wonderful human being, of the yeast strain that you can use to
Yes.
make some bread at home.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to bring it up to Steph yesterday.
I
But But I took the jar.
Yeah.
And it says, the Gilbert, the yeast, the date, and everything. And I just put it by the coffee maker this morning.
Oh.
I set it out. So she at some point probably saw it this morning, was like,
Yeah.
what the heck is this? And so I'll save that, and I'll send her the long recipe list and the step-by-step guide that you sent to me yesterday. And like, here it is, and we'll make some good
probably
bread.
already have all the ingredients. It's
Probably so.
flour, salt, sugar, hot
That's
water.
it. Got it.
You got the yeast.
Yep.
Flour, salt, sugar. Like who doesn't have those basic ingredients?
Do I need a bread pan or just a cookie sheet?
Anything.
Anything.
Anything will work.
Yeah. Do you have good shape on the bread that you make,
Yeah. I got pretty good.
or does it
shape.
just like come out just like
Yeah.
a wad?
Well, the first time for sure. First a dozen times they look terrible, but you get better at it.
just like bad focaccia or whatever come out.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
get or sourdough or anything like that. You get better at it, and but even the ugly bread still tastes good.
Yeah. Speaking of pizza, baking, kind of Italian foods, we're on this whole big thing, and I know you go through it, other parents do, of like when you're trying to get your kid to eat something else if they're a picky eater. And part of the things that a lot of people recommend, get them involved in the whole process, from the grocery store to like making the list of what you need, the recipe, and step by step having them to do it. So we've been very conscious of that lately. And Steph said, here's what we're going to do. And this was over the weekend. We're going to make stuffed shells. Nice Italian dish. All it is just cheese, giant shell, cut it up. It's like ravioli for the kids. Have that. I said, this is great. And so I say, I'll take the kids to the store. And she said, you know what to look for, right? I was like, yes, it's just the giant shells. I know exactly what they look like.
Yeah.
So we start going around up multiple aisles. Goes to the first section where they have just the pasta that's refrigerated that you can make, whether it's lasagna sheets, noodles, whatever, gnocchi. And I start looking through there, and I saw no shells. And I was like, okay, maybe they don't want me to get frozen ones because those already have the cheese in it. I was like, let me go to the pasta aisle. Yeah. And so I start looking through there, go through angel hair, linguine, everything else. Bottom of the shelf, I see shells. Got it. I see one box that says mini shells. And I'm like, that's not what I need. We got to be able to stuff them because I already have the ricotta and pick that up. And then I see just regular shells. So I buy this box and I start shaking it. I'm like, how big are these? And I'm like, they got to be bigger if these are not the mini ones. So I send a picture to Steph. She's like, they're probably okay. And we get home, open the box the other night. They are small.
They're small.
They are pretty small. So then I thought, how big are the mini ones? They got to be like little chocolate chips.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's fine, we'll work. So we get out a bowl, start mixing up the ricotta, we bake all the shells. And I'm like, they got to get a little bigger when you make them. Yeah. And we pull them out, and I mean, they are just like macaroni and cheese shells. That's how small they are. And I'm like, how am I supposed to stuff these?
That's funny.
I thought they were going to be like the size of like, at worst, like a mini Snickers bar, and I'd be able you could get something in there. No. So we're like, we're gonna make it work. So give Brooklyn a small spoon, me one, Steph one, and Julia's just snacking over there. So we just start pulling out the pasta shells with our hands and just take a spoonful and just cram it in there. Yeah. And cheese is getting everywhere. Yeah. Like something's like barely in it, and what we ended up just making, it looked like gnocchi, just stuffed through it. Put some red sauce on top of it. There's ricotta all over the island. And she was just like, are you sure you know what you were doing to go buy these shells? I was like, hey, have you had them? I was like, your family's Italian. They've made them before. I've had them. I thought they were going to be giant, like pierogies or something. And no. So now I'm interested. I might have to go buy the mini shell box and just see like
those
how
are
big
tiny.
They're going to be super
small.
tiny. And I was just like, this is not what it was, but it was fine. The girls tried it, had some. It was just cheese sauce.
You know where the large shells are?
Where?
At the very top of the shelf.
Huh.
They're at the very, very top. Because I bought them before. And
in
they
the dry
are the
pasta
size
section
of your palm.
That's what I was expecting.
Massive. They're at the very top. So you were probably looking straight and down.
I looked straight and then I went down. And I mean, it was a decent size
extra
box.
large pasta shells, and there's a display right out there, and you can see them.
They
are always in stock, Brendan. I guarantee you they were there, and you missed them then.
I sure
guarantee
you. I got it right when we got a side of meatballs, and she's like, don't get the like super mini ones. Make sure they're big enough. And so I go to that section, and I look, and there are some small meatballs, and there are it said like medium size, And then I kind of got
Yes.
worried after my whole.
I know,
I
right,
was just
sure.
looking at the pasta, and then there were giant meatballs. So I pulled those bags out, and I just kind of felt around.
kinda
and I was
feel 'em
like,
in the bag,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like one in the giant where it's like you go to an Italian restaurant and you get 2 meatballs with your pasta,
Right.
but avoid that. I love that you just know it's right at the top.
It's-
I
I've
knew
seen
it
it
was
before. I
wrong.
bought it before, yeah.
I knew it was wrong.
They're always,
but I knew it had
they're
to be
always in
right.
stock. That's
Yes.
funny. For meatballs, that's an interesting one because I think when I buy the big meatballs, then I end up cutting it in 10 different pieces
Cut it
for
all
the
the time.
kids.
Yes.
So I actually kind of like the smaller ones because they're just
Yeah.
easier especially for the kids. And when you have it in a sauce as well with the pasta, I like that. Just having those giant meatballs, you
Mm-hmm.
cut it and then it's kind of dry on the inside. So I actually prefer the smaller ones.
I think so too, because if it's someplace fancy and you happen to order it, and then just like,
Yeah.
this is just like cheap red sauce and pasta with a giant
It's like
piece of meat next to
it's
it.
like a meatloaf almost.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dip in ketchup. Some people would.
Give me the small ones.
Yeah. So that's some cooking
Good story.
stories here. One story that's been bouncing around in our morning pitch meetings is about a change with state law and points and licenses.
Yeah.
And so we did an interview with a lawyer this week, just talking about giving everyone a heads up because it could be harsher penalties and more consequences for longer if you do get stopped soon. So this is all kicking in on the 16th. So we get to the Monday, President's Day after Valentine's weekend. It covers common offenses such as texting and driving, speeding. Instead of 5 points if you're on your phone and a cop sees you when you're behind the wheel, that's 6 points on your license. If you get pulled over for going 10 or higher over the speed limit, that's 4 points instead of 3. These points also accumulate and hang around for a longer period of time. So if you pick up 10 within 2 years, that license could be suspended. So what's the best way to handle this situation?
Drive safely and follow the rules of the road. Try not to get pulled over and charged with traffic offenses. And when you do, because it happens to drivers on occasion, get good legal advice, go to court and tell the truth, and ask for mercy and leniency and the best deal you can get.
That's the part I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I worked with someone before, and she was adamant that fight every ticket all the way, tooth and nail, argue it. The police don't want to go to court. You just go there and you'll get it taken care of. I was always told, just be upfront, honest.
Yeah.
They don't want to handle it. Let's get it through the system quicker,
Right.
and hopefully you can get some leniency. You ever had a thing with that?
I'm a pretty safe driver, so
Yeah.
I can't really think of any. I don't think I've ever really gotten any traffic violations.
Go
Go ahead.
I got one. So I was driving in Webster and had family with me, and I consider myself a pretty safe driver.
Sure.
But it's whenever you get in one of those speed zones where just briefly it goes down to like 35. And this was one Saturday night coming home from the in-laws and I see the lights behind me.
Yeah.
My mom was with me, kids were with me, wife was with me, and I get stopped and
You got the whole family.
officer goes, where are you going? I was like, we're just going home. We had family dinner. And he's like, do you know why I stopped you? And I said, this is a 35. Was I going fast? And he was like, yeah, decent amount
Yeah,
over that.
sure.
And so he said, hand me your license, registration, everything. And he walks away and he comes back and he goes, here's the thing. He was like, your license is not updated to your new home address. And this was not long after we moved across town. And I said, I have done it through the state and just waiting to get the updated
Yeah,
thing. And he was like, well, just double check on that. I'm going to write you up for that. Talk to the judge, say what you've happened, and maybe you'll get some luck. And I was like, fine. So I get the notice in the mail, and I, from the clerk's office, whoever the contractor they send it out to. And so I write on the notice, I'm going to plead to this. But here's the thing. I had updated with the state. I'm just waiting to get the new license. And so what the judge wrote back is there'll be no fine or surcharge, but you're just paying the fee. So maybe just the surcharge. And that's on tickets, $120, $140 bucks, but better than $300, whatever the total would have been.
Or points on the license.
And just take care of that. And another time when I got caught speeding, I heard from a trooper and he's like, listen, here's the thing. Do you know how fast you were going? I was like, yes. Told him what it was.
You
Straight
were in
up.
the North Country, weren't
Yeah.
you?
Told him straight up. And he's like, he's like, I'll be right back. And then he came up and he said, listen, some people straight up lie to me. And he goes, I'm sure he's had this speech a lot. And he's like, here's what we do. I'm going to give you this business card. It's from the DA. There's a QR code. Scan it. Take our defensive driving course, and you'll get it knocked down. And I was like, great. And it was just honesty. So what it ended up being is from a speeding ticket to just parking on the side of the road. It was $50 to do the course, and then like $115 for parking on the side of the road. No points, no insurance costs, just disappears.
It just seems like the truth is obviously the ticket here.
And it
no
seems,
pun intended.
Yeah, a lot of people think it sounds counterintuitive because like, well, it's just guilt right away. There's nothing like once you sign the form, that's it. But so many people get tickets. They don't want these things hung up in courts. They want to handle it. Yeah. If it's a local DA who can do a diversion program, they get to keep the money, whatever they run with these people who run these test course, these independent companies.
Right.
But I did look up some places when I got mine because doing the course is like $50. Some places in New York is like $300 or $400, which I think that's a whole big
for a course.
I think that's a whole big thing, like for a scam. Yeah. What? To pay it. A lot.
Insane.
Or mine took me about 2 hours to do.
I thought it was like free.
Some places are like 8 hours. No, it's a lot. And I was like, it should be like statewide. I guess they can.
We
set
do
up
it
their
every
own
few
revenue.
years just to get the lower number on our insurance.
Because you can save like
Cheaper
80 or
insurance.
$100, whatever it may be, to do that. So that was just my experience. So I just always thought honesty is the best policy.
Yeah,
Keep it
for
that way.
sure. I think it's always so important to be like, yep, you were right. You got me. Admit fault. And this is obviously if you were at fault. I mean, if you weren't, fight it. But I also heard that if you get in a car accident, never admit fault.
Don't
Have you
say
heard that
anything.
before?
No.
Like if you got in a car accident, like let's say you were taking a left, someone hit you, you hit somebody else, you hit me, you crashed me. Always say it's their fault.
Never say anything.
Never admit that it's your fault if it's an accident, because then you're dealing with lawyers and insurance.
Man.
I don't know. This is not legal advice, but
No, of course it's not. It's
that's what I've heard before.
an accident, my fault. Hasn't happened.
That's good.
So I'll keep that. Knock
Try
on
to
wood.
keep it. Yeah, I
No
drive.
jinxes here
I'm a grandma driver. So.
on the pod. We'll go slow. Back here in just a moment. Back here on the pod, there's the QR code for the Daily Survivor contest. Again, February 25th, season 50. Enter that QR code, contest once a day, and we'll hand out some gear when this is all said and done. The daily trivia game on our calendar, which is just for fun. No impact on you winning something from the show. What's the longest rainfall in any season?
What a question.
Again, I've peeled the corner. I haven't seen this.
6 days.
6 days. Would you take a shot at where?
Oh, let's go back to Cambodia.
I'm going to say it's got to be Asia. You ever been in the Philippines?
Sure.
Sure. I'll say that, and I'll say,
you're right, this
how long
is
did you say,
amazing.
5 days?
6. I went 6.
I'll say Philippines. They film for a month,
I think
It's
so.
about-
Yeah.
15 days. Half the time. All right, 21.
See what they
Oh.
do.
Philippines.
You got it.
A location, 21 straight days.
Oh my gosh. That's
How about that?
insane. Nice. That was a good guess.
And no, I mean, you just always know it rains. The only place that I could guess
That's
for a
amazing.
country. Wow, Philippines, 21
Philippines.
straight days.
That's brutal.
Can you just imagine? I mean, because that would be big fat rain
Yeah.
all the time.
All
just like whenever you're putting your kids to sleep at night and you're like, let me just YouTube some rain sounds, and it's just
Yeah.
that would be it.
Just
yes,
constantly. You're just so cold all day long
I know.
because you're out in it. Those people are in the elements.
Yeah, even if it's like warm, humid, whatever, still it's at night. Like there's a breeze or
yeah.
something coming off the
Even if
ocean
it's
or
like
island.
78
Yeah.
and it's raining, it just like pulls
It's
your body.
sticking to you, and you have a wet shirt and you hide under a tree.
Nothing
or a
is
hut.
dry ever.
No,
Oh,
between sweat and everything. We have the Super Bowl coming up here Sunday. And of course, we're all the storylines: Seahawks, Patriots, New England, trying to get back to start a new dynasty with young Drake May, Sam Darnold, and the Seahawks. He's resurrected his career, make him forget all the Panthers and Jets days.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, are the Seahawks for sale?
Yeah.
It's like, what a story. So to get into some of this, it's just the timing of it. So the biggest moment of the season, of course, for the franchise, could it be on the move? It would be the first time in the Super Bowl era that a team appearing in the game has been put on the market for a complete sale just after that. The Paul G. Allen estate, which owns the team, released a statement saying the Hawks are not going up for sale, adding the focus is on winning this. Still, with the NFL team value soaring, the Seahawks worth, by some estimates, about $6.6 billion. Questions about the future of the franchise are not going away anytime soon.
It's a really big deal for Seattle's future, and I don't know who's going to buy the team, but you'd have a hard time being better than Paul Allen. I think he was a great owner who, stayed in the background but empowered his people. Let them make the decisions, and they've had good results.
Good results, an understatement. This is Seattle's fourth Super Bowl appearance the last 2 decades. Speculation ramped up following a report from the Wall Street Journal claiming the NFL is putting pressure on the Seahawks chair Jody Allen to sell, alleging the team's ownership structure violates league rules. That report also claimed the league recently hit Seattle with a fine of $5 million. Roger Goodell, the commissioner, in his State of the League address this week, denied the claims Monday at his press conference. He did say the team will eventually need to be sold to adhere to the wishes of Paul Allen. Apparently, this was the wishes put in a trust, and now it's up to his sister Joy to decide when. It's just wild with that all going on in the middle of all this.
Yeah, what is the team violating that's against team rules? Did you see any?
I'd have to go back and look through. I guess it's, after his death, it's been in a trust managing this. So maybe that's part of it, that the league doesn't like that it has to be an actual owner or whoever it is.
Right.
I mean, like the Commanders, they have a group. Well, some people have a group of people. Maybe it's just part ownership, whatever. You remember when the Bills there was talk about that going up for sale?
For the Pagula
Was this back in
it?
like the Trump days, like years ago, about how he said like maybe do this and names? That was a long time ago, but man,
it's a lonely club, but a popular club to be in to own an NFL team. So a lot of great Russell Wilson
the
footage
fatheads
here, and they showed the image of the stadium as well. Russ was on the side of the building, so
remembering this,
dating them. You really can date yourselves pretty easily with NFL.
You can
file footage.
You can. A bit of a wild story is we got the Olympics going. So Lindsey Vonn, the great American skier, she's still going to compete. She says, coming up this weekend for her first competition, despite blowing out her knee in a crash last week. She had a ruptured ACL as well as bone bruising. She'll be skiing with her first event. That's a downhill race Sunday. She's 41, again, a blown ACL, Olympic veteran. She's won 3 medals in previous Winter Games, but it's just wild. She's going to be out there and doing that. I was reading like a bunch of PT people, doctors, knee specialists, and they're like, listen, she'll have a brace on and everything. You can't do much worse to that knee. Like, it's gone. You'll need surgery. Like, you can't tear it.
The knee is gone.
Yeah, and it's maybe you hurt the other one, but
yeah, that's crazy. Talk about toughness.
We've heard of people, Josh Allen playing with a broken foot. I think Andy Murray, when he made a final in a major in tennis, he had like a hip replacement just before that, some surgery playing with that.
Yeah.
Tiger, his knee was torn when he won that U.S. Open?
Yeah, you push through. You don't care about it. You just go.
It's crazy.
Push as hard as you can. This is the Olympics. We're not messing around here.
No.
You got one chance. This is your last shot. You're 41 years old. You got to get it done. And she's going to go out there no matter what. I mean, just the downhill skiing, you're going 100 miles per hour.
These people are insane.
Ripping down these hills. Like, it is talk about dangerous, man. We're talking like NASCAR dangerous.
Yeah.
This is like you are hustling down these slopes.
It's crazy. And they're going like 70 miles per hour.
You need your knee.
Yes.
It's not like your ankles are locked in there, so you're not really going to hurt your ankle. Your hips maybe, but your knee, it's so important to be able to flex and bend with the knee. And I don't know how she's going to do it.
More power to her. I like listening to them on TV when it's just like, that's how hard they are when they turn, because it's just like ice. You see some images there. They actually made a new comic book about her. So it's part of the Female Force series for Tidal Wave Comics, celebrating women who inspire, empower, and break barriers. That's coming out on the 11th. So cool honor for her, a legend, and good luck coming up this weekend. We got about 30 seconds. Something for weather?
Yeah, you want to see the blue skies outside News 8 Studios?
Woo!
Pretty.
How about that?
Yeah.
Some vitamin D.
It is really nice. Nice to see, nice to look at. The temperatures, not terrible. This is kind of generally in the ballpark of where we should be for early November. Mid-teens across the region. We'll get 20s this afternoon. A few flakes around. It always snows in Webster. So I won't be surprised if y'all get another few inches by tomorrow.
It is cold for the weekend again.
Yeah.
How about that? You're going to World Read Aloud Day.
World Read Aloud
School
Day.
visit.
Yep. It's the boss's wife's class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How about that?
So
We'll have a recap for you. Talk about it noon here tomorrow on the pod. Bye.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.